Most of your day is already automated, and you probably haven't noticed. Not in a sinister way, but in the best possible way. The friction that used to eat your time, your attention, and honestly, your patience got quietly engineered out of the picture. There are 10 systems baked into American infrastructure right now that are actively running in the background of your life, catching problems before you ever know they existed. Some of them you've used 100 times without stopping to think about the mechanical logic underneath. This video breaks all 10 down. Number 1, package lockers for missed deliveries. You came home to a sticky note on the door. The driver showed up, nobody answered, and now there's a redelivery window printed on a slip of paper, a 4-hour block you have to be home for. Miss it again, and the package gets held at a warehouse 20 minutes away, open weekdays until 5 p.m., which is exactly when you're still at work. The package itself was never the problem. The problem was the handoff, a physical object transferring from a logistics network into your hands, requiring both parties to be in the same place at the same time. That's a fragile coordination requirement, and it failed constantly. Package lockers cut that requirement out entirely. A driver drops the package into a numbered compartment, the locker sends you a code, and you pick it up whenever, 11 p.m., 6 a.m., it doesn't matter. No second delivery window, no neighbor to trust with it, no porch for someone to walk up to. Number 2, garbage disposals that reduce food waste buildup. Most people think of a garbage disposal as a convenience appliance, something that saves you from scraping a plate into the trash. That framing misses what it actually does at a systems level. Food waste in a kitchen trash can starts breaking down within hours, producing methane, attracting fruit flies, and in warm months becoming a problem fast. The standard fix is taking the trash out more often, which works, but only if you remember to do it. Number 3, drive-through pharmacies for prescription pickup. Picking up a maintenance prescription used to mean parking, walking in, and standing in a line that moved at the speed of whoever was ahead of you fighting an insurance dispute. For a medication your doctor already decided you need every 30 days, that's a real-time cost. The drive-through lane doesn't change anything about how the prescription gets filled. You pull up, give your date of birth, take the bag, and you're gone in about 90 seconds. The pharmacist is still there if you need them. Number 4, credit score systems that speed up lending decisions. Before credit scoring existed, getting a loan meant sitting across from a loan officer who read through your financial history manually and made a judgment call. The process took weeks, and 2 people with identical finances could walk out of different banks with completely different answers, and neither bank could fully explain why. Credit scoring collapses that entire evaluation into a 3-digit number. An algorithm weighs your payment history, utilization, account age, credit mix, and recent inquiries, and a lender pulls that number in seconds. The score doesn't have a bad day and doesn't care how you're dressed. Number 5, self-checkout lanes that reduce waiting times. The frustration with a grocery checkout line isn't really about speed, it's about who controls your wait time. One person ahead of you with a coupon that won't scan can add 10 minutes to your trip, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the structural problem. In a single queue where transaction times vary, you're not waiting for your own transaction, you're waiting for everyone else's to finish first. Number 6, highway rumble strips that prevent drowsy driving accidents. Drowsy driving deaths are undercounted because the crash report rarely says fatigue. A car that drifts into a guardrail at 2 a.m. gets coded as a lane departure or a single vehicle accident, so the actual numbers are almost certainly worse than official figures show. The problem with fatigue is that it kills the exact awareness you'd need to catch yourself. A drowsy driver doesn't notice they've crossed a threshold. They close their eyes for what feels like a second. Number 7, 311 city service systems for reporting local problems. Before 311, reporting a broken streetlight meant figuring out which city department handled streetlights, finding their number, calling during business hours, and explaining the problem to someone who may or may not have routed it correctly. Most people skipped all of that and just lived with the broken streetlight. 311 is a single number that logs your report routes it to the right department automatically, and lets you track the ticket until it's resolved. You don't need to know how city government is organized. The routing happens inside the system. Number 8. Home water heaters with instant hot water recirculation. In a standard home, hot water sits in the tank until you turn on a tap, and then cold water that's been sitting in the pipe between the heater and the fixture has to flush out first. Depending on how far that fixture sits from the heater, you're waiting 30 seconds to 2 minutes while water runs straight down the drain. A recirculation system fixes this with a pump that pushes hot water through a loop from the heater to the fixtures and back continuously, so the pipe is already primed when you turn the tap. Smarter versions use a motion sensor near the fixture to run the pump only when someone's actually there, so you're not burning electricity to keep pipes hot at 3 a.m. Number 9, subscription auto refill services for household essentials. There's a specific failure mode with household essentials like dish soap, laundry detergent, and filters. You notice you're running low, you mentally flag it, and then life moves on and the flag disappears until you're standing there with an empty bottle and no backup. The problem is that the moment you notice you're low is almost never the moment you can actually do something about it. So the observation and the action get separated and the information just evaporates. Auto refill services cut that loop out entirely. You set a delivery cadence once and the product shows up before you run out, converting a recurring task you'd have to remember into a one-time setup decision you never revisit. Number 10, smoke and carbon monoxide detector requirements in homes. Carbon monoxide is colorless, odorless, and makes you feel like you have the flu. Headache, fatigue, nausea. People who are being poisoned by it usually assume they're just tired or coming down with something, so they lie down, and if the concentration is high enough, they don't get up. Your body has no sensor for it, none. You can see smoke, you can smell natural gas because of the odorant added to it, but carbon monoxide gives you nothing to detect. A CO detector runs a continuous electrochemical measurement of the air and triggers an alarm when concentration crosses a dangerous threshold, which means it catches the thing your biology was never built to catch. Building codes that require these detectors in homes aren't just recommendations, they're an acknowledgement that human perception alone will get you killed. None of these systems went viral. Nobody made a video about the recirculation pump or the rumble strip, and package lockers don't have a fan base. You just use them and move on. That's exactly what good infrastructure does. A system that needs your attention to work will eventually break down because attention runs out and life gets in the way. The ones that hold up are the ones that run, whether you're paying attention or not, catching the package you missed, waking you up before the guardrail,